This one's very, very different. I was contemplating for a while whether I should make a video like this, and I was sitting in this very office and I looked back at that quote on that canvas. It says, if you don't try, you'll never know. So I thought, why not? But before we get into the video, let's go to my bedroom so it's a bit more personal. I don't want people to hear me, especially my mum. We are about to get real deep still. Very, very deep. Set the camera up. What the flip? I cannot record with these on, fam. Bruv, I look like I'm about to laser beam someone. I was speaking to an old friend of mine, someone who I haven't spoken to in a very, very, very long time, and he's obviously watched my videos. He's you know, he follows me on Instagram and all of that. Make sure you guys follow me, or everything will be there. And he said, how do I get my shit together? You look like you have your shit together. And I was thinking, bruh, if only you knew what was happening in my brain, you would not be saying that. Recently, I've been going through a very difficult time. In this video that you're watching right now, I'm going to talk you through my thought process of something that I call the beautiful, beautiful difficulty. You're probably thinking, how does that make any sense? Why have you called it a difficulty and beautiful? I'm going to explain to you exactly why that makes perfect sense. Comparison is the thief of joy. Theodore Roosevelt. I hope I've said the name right, I'm not too sure. But this is a very profound quote because it's 100% facts. Social media is something that I have never ever really truly been a fan of. I've spoke about this in previous videos. I'm gonna touch on it a bit right now. If I didn't have a end goal, a clear why, which is YouTube, if I didn't have YouTube that I wanted to grow on, I would not be on any social media. Not the way I am now anyway, trying to grow my platform, because there's no reason for it. It's pointless. It's just not in me. Like, I like to have a purpose, a clear purpose with nearly everything I do. And if I didn't have YouTube, something that's been a dream of mine since I was a little kid, since literally I was a little kid, I wouldn't even be on social media because I really do understand subconscious damage it does to your brain. I genuinely feel like there would be no point of me having or being someone that's trying to grow my social medias, my TikToks, my Instagram, my Twitter, and all of these platforms if I didn't have this. If I didn't have you guys that I wanted to grow the audience and really get somewhere on this platform, because there's just no point for me, and I like to have purpose with everything I do. What I felt like I was doing was I kept on comparing my growth to other people, you know, people that started later than me, growing more than me. I kept on comparing these things, and that's for me because YouTube is something that's a big goal of mine. But for you guys, I'm sure you can relate, where you feel like you want to be somewhere and you feel like you see other people getting there and achieving the things you want to achieve, and you're just thinking, why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? It makes no sense. You have setbacks and you're thinking, why don't this person have setbacks? And that's kind of every single human being goes through these things. It's a very natural thing. You know, thousands and thousands of years ago when there were farmers, you'd have one farmer that was growing crops that were not growing healthily, and he'd look next door to see another farmer that were growing their crops so beautifully and healthily, and he's thinking, why is this happening to me and why is that happening to him? It's a very natural human component. We are made to compare. Like, that's the way our brains are built up, and it's something that we have to control. This feeling of you not having the things that you want in life is the reason why you feel stuck. It's the reason why I felt stuck, and it's definitely the reason why you feel stuck. You ascribed your happiness to something, and you don't have that something. So obviously, subconsciously, you're gonna be thinking that you're unhappy. That's the way you're gonna feel, because you've ascribed your happiness to something that you do not have. So you're gonna feel like your life is stuck right now. Now is the point of the video where I talk about the beautiful part of the difficulty, and I'm gonna explain to you exactly why I called it beautiful. So what I did was I deleted all social media. I took a step back and I felt like this beautiful pressure lifted off my shoulders, and I'm thinking, rah, like I'm in my own zone again, you know, like I'm not looking at what anyone else is doing. Like this is me, my journey, and what I'm doing, you know. And it felt beautiful, and that's where the realization crept in. I was so focused on things that were temporary, things that were literally coming and going, that I wasn't focused on things that were eternal. I took a step back and realized that I wasn't praying the way I used to. I wasn't behaving the way I used to. And you know, my priorities changed. My why changed. Like I wanted more. Like I really, really wanted more. Like I was chasing something so badly that it was running away from me. I said this in my very, very first video. If you chase something, it is going to run away from you. If you chase money, the money is going to run away from you. It's like if you're chasing a person, that person is running away from you. And I just kept on chasing, and I just felt very, very, very overwhelmed. And I really took a step back and realized that who's actually in control? Because it's not me, because I clearly can't control anything that's going on right now. Like I genuinely cannot. And this is where like the beautiful realization kicked in. There was a point I had nothing in my life. I had no money, you know, I had no job, didn't really have much friends. I was just focused on the eternal, you know, my afterlife. And I was so happy, bro. Like I swear to God, I had no money, you know, like I didn't have the platform I have now, and I was so happy, bro. Like I remember one time, like I was applying to loads of jobs and stuff, and my mum kind of said to me, like, are you not worried? Like you don't have a job and you're like 19 years old. And I was like, how can I be worried? Like I have tawakkul. Like I have full faith in Allah's plan. He is the best planner. How could I possibly be worried? Like I'm not even allowed to feel anxious because he's got me, bro. Like that was my mindset when I had nothing at all. And now I have a little bit of money, alhamdulillah, and I have this beautiful family that are literally evolving with me and following me on this beautiful journey. And I was feeling anxious, and after I took a step back from social media, I really sat there and thought, how does this make sense? I have more than what I did before. I'm living the things I prayed for, but I'm feeling the way I feel now. It makes no sense, and I try to make it make sense in my head. And this is why I call this the beautiful difficulty. Melody Beatty said, gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. You know how cliche it is to hear, be grateful, be grateful, be grateful, when you're feeling like you're stuck. Trust me, I am exactly with you on that. It's probably the last thing you want to hear, to be honest. Like you do not want to hear, like, there's people that have nothing, and you know, you're living in a house and you have food on the table, and it's definitely something to say alhamdulillah for, and you are grateful, but you're still sad, and it's just the most cliched thing to hear. Let me make it make sense to you a little bit, and see if this helps, because a friend said this to me and I felt like I literally had an epiphany. Like I felt like things clicked in my brain, the click that I was looking for. And this is kind of the click that I want you guys to feel as well. Whoever clicked on this video, right, see what I did there? I didn't even realize I did the whole click thing. But anyways, the people that clicked on this video, I want to give you that click, give you that spark, the spark that I got. A friend said to me, see life like a maths test. I was thinking, what the flip? Like, how does that even make any sense? They said, when you do a maths test, we've all done maths tests, we're very familiar with what a maths test is. When you do a maths test, you have a question, you work out the answer, and then you put your answer down. You still get marks on your working out, even if you don't get the answer right. It's like life, the process, the thing that we're going through right now. Be grateful for it, because it counts. Like, it counts. It's so important. This process is the most important thing, because it's leading you to the answer. You might not get the answer, you might not achieve that goal of yours, but refining the process, like changing the process, in ways to better yourself will give you the answer, your goal. And I was thinking, rah, that makes a lot of sense to me. I'm not gonna lie, mate. Like, I really deeped it. And I was thinking, the process I overlooked completely because I kept on chasing the answer, the goal, which you guys are doing right now, or the people, a lot of people, I don't want to say you guys because I hope like you guys are not doing that because it's not good, but a lot of people are just chasing the outcome, the end goal, when they're not being grateful for the process. They're not appreciating the baby steps that take place. There's an economics analogy that I want to tell you guys about, something that I found out recently as well, and it's mind-blowing. So it's called, so this is about how to make a computer function, how to make a functioning computer. The fallacy says every process matters, no matter how small. Microchips, encryptions, and algorithms are all important components in creating a functioning computer. It's literally like life. Every single moment matters. Every tiny moment in your life matters. Bringing this right back to just hit the nail on the head with feeling stuck in life. You are literally meant to be in the exact position you are in right now. You are meant to have the exact amount of money you have in your account, not a penny more, not a penny less. And who is the best planner? Wallahi, Allah is the best planner, because you've made it this far and you've grown so much. You have, like, you can't argue against that. If you are working hard and you are striving for things, you have grown. You might not be where you want to be, but who is? And when you really think about it, people, you're actually where you want to be. And that's the beautiful difficulty, because you feel like it's a big difficulty in your life, but the realization is why Allah put you in that situation. Because that realization, that click, when it clicks in your brain that this is where you're meant to be, and that thought process, that perspective change, that's when you grow, and the growth don't stop. And you cannot grow without that realization, which is why it is the beautiful difficulty. It was meant to happen. I want to leave you with one last quote, because you know me, I like my quotes, I love my reminders. Such singular devotion is that the result is inconsequential. If you truly work towards something and understand that the process is so important, more important than the result is inconsequential. It is definitely going to happen, inshallah. Without a doubt, it's definitely gonna happen, I promise you. So why did I make this video? You're probably thinking, why the hell did you make this video? I mean, I hope you're not thinking that, but if you are, this is a reminder for me and myself, whenever I go through that feeling again, that stuck feeling, this is what I want to watch, because I need to be reminded over and over again, because those moments, they're gonna happen so often. Like, it's normal in our life. And I think it's very important that you don't focus on the people that are running faster than you or driving quicker than you. Just take your baby steps. You're in your own lane. You're doing you. You're focusing on your own journey and your growth, because everyone's journey is so different and unique. And you genuinely do not know when that one prayer is answered. So keep on calling out. And remember, the only thing that's guaranteed in this life is death. The only thing that is guaranteed in this life is death. You don't know whether you're gonna get married. You don't know anything about the future except the one thing, death. Like, it's mad to think that that's the only thing that we know. If you really think about what we're chasing in this world, it doesn't even matter anyway. Like, stop chasing. Start focusing on the eternal, and you'll get everything in this life and the hereafter. And yeah, more than anything, this is a reminder to myself first and foremost. If it has helped any single person, then it's just a bonus. And one thing that I am very grateful for, before I leave you guys, is every single one human being that watches this video, because it's not just a number, it's so much more than that. It's so much more than that. And I keep on saying this is why it's the beautiful difficulty, but this is literally why it's the beautiful difficulty, because I had to go through that difficulty to get to the realization. Thank you for supporting this channel so much. Like, I cannot thank you enough for supporting this channel. I appreciate it more than I can't express. I genuinely cannot express how much I appreciate the support. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new. Follow my socials because I need that until there's a point where I grow this that I don't need it. And yes, it's been your boy Ish Everything, and boy, like, look at that relief. Until next time, peace.